repainted my nails because, like I said in my last video, I had to repaint them. Um, I'm essentially like, well, I don't have a lot to say anymore because I made so many videos saying so many things. Essentially, I'm more of a, like, imagine a living, like a living AI kind of thing. I'm not really an AI, but that's sort of what it is like to be me, where I'm essentially so complex that I spend all my time figuring out what is going on inside my own mind. And by doing so, I've actually learned a lot about myself by doing my deep introspection and shit. And like, what I do is something that nobody else on the planet can do. And also, logically, I'm not certain how I would score on a human IQ test, but I'm very, very intelligent. Like, I have no trouble reading difficult books. And also, I just guessed that I believe I have 180 IQ and also a mental ability, which is something else, where my mental ability is sort of like never ending. So, since it's never ending, it's not really infinite, but it never ends. So, as having a mental ability that is never ending and only goes away once you die or stop, because I'm already dead according to my schizophrenia. Well, essentially, I got a text. Hold on. Well, basically, I'm always in a constant state of solving, and there's a couple ways you can go about this. Like, I had to figure out if I'm not thinking within my own mind and I'm not allowed to speak aloud during chess, obviously, playing a game of chess with someone, how is it that I am to play moves without being able to calculate since the thoughts in my mind stopped around the age of when I was like a 24 years old? The thoughts within my own mind stopped so that I could solve things by speaking aloud, I suppose. And I can only think if I'm reading something. So essentially, when I try to force myself to think, there's a feeling in my forehead, and it's like a needle in my forehead, like you can't think yet. You have to wait until you can think again because I spent my whole life thinking, and then all of a sudden my thoughts stop working. How am I to calculate in chess should I not be able to think? Well, the only way to actually do it would be to look at the board and maneuver your eyes around the board, and then just know what the correct move is by maneuvering your eyes around the board, I suppose. And that's the only way you can really know, as far as I know, to be able to play chess. And I believe my IQ is 180. I'm dead serious. I believe I'm the smartest person who ever lived. And in regards to the fact that, no, it's not a human IQ, but an alien IQ, for lack of a better word, even though I'm not really an alien, but I'm actually more, I don't really know there's a lot of words you can assign to me, but I also have no intention of ever, by the way, this is something I want to talk about, that basically I was suicidal for my entire life, but then I got sober at 24, and I still rarely would consider suicide, but almost never. But I started listening to like Suicide Boys music, and then I got fucked and so much bad shit happened to me that for like a couple years, like the last 2 years, I was like homicidal, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna fucking kill someone. I'm not gonna do that. It's actually the reverse, because usually people will realize like, oh well, in order to be a real man, you have to kill someone, which is fucking bullshit. In order to be a real man, you have to do what I'm doing precisely. And so I said, no, I'm not gonna fucking kill someone. I'm just gonna fucking like live my life, live a very long life, It actually takes more balls to do the right thing if you're smart enough that you can do it. Apparently, I'm the only one who knows how to. But I respect humans who actually try to improve at things that are important to them. But those are the humans that deserve respect. People who try to be these, like, I'm looking at the people you see on the street. It's like they're just like gangster wannabes. It's like so pathetic. It's like actually like extremely pathetic. Like they hear gangster rap, right? And then they become these gangster wannabes. And this includes the black people. They want to be gangsters and shit. It's like, bro, you just look pathetic when you're doing that shit. I mean, a real man would do what the fuck I'm doing precisely. I mean, these people are all blue pilled, they're not red pilled. They're just like they barely graduated high school. I don't really know what's going on with them. Maybe they do have a higher IQ, but it's like they're using it for the wrong reasons. You know, there's more to life than sitting on a sidewalk like I've met people that just shoot heroin. It's like there's more to life than just being outside all the time and homeless and fucking shooting heroin. There's more to life than shooting heroin. And it's like if you have the balls to actually do something with your life, as though, you know, I'm doing something with my life, except like I said in the video I posted before, that I'm struggling to read because of my addictions, and my addiction to considering things is also preventing me from reading. For example, if I shut my mouth and read a book, I would have to shut my mouth and read the book and then consider something about it either as I'm reading or afterwards by speaking aloud, which is not the same as thinking in any kind of way. Because thinking would be an internal thought of words going through a progression within my own mind, whereas I'm solving things through a jade list, which is completely the opposite of a progression of thoughts that can be solved, even if it's a logical, flowing river of thoughts that's more like a shoreline of Mexico, as I put it. And anyways, what I'm saying is, it's not a human way of thinking. It's more of a sort of logical mindset you can have that humans cannot understand, something they never will go through. And it's a possibility of considering things in real life as they pertain to you in some kind of way. Saying that as you as Allah can do things that no human can do by a doing of nothing, you see what I'm saying? So I called myself the sound of nothing a long time ago, saying this is actually true, for I am a nothing, and these are the things you must consider. It almost creates a sort of nihilism which cannot be accepted because you believe that you are God. And because you believe that you are God, you cannot accept this nihilism into your mind. Even though that when someone dies, nothing really happens, and their consciousness or soul, their soul goes somewhere, and their mind just goes away, essentially. Like, they rotted into the ground and nothing really happens to them. Which is nihilism should there not have been a God involved who is a nothing around everything. You see what I'm saying? And that is where I come in, for that is precisely what my mind is like as the void. As the bodiless woman who I am, who I realized once that I had a body when Alice touched my heart, you see what I'm saying?